Well, hello again, world, and welcome right back into my garden. Listen now, it's planting day today, and I have quite a few things that I need to plant. Mm-hmm. Yep, so do. Some of them are going to do in the morning. Whatever is seed, I go and plant them in the morning. And whatever is an actual plant, I'll put them in the evening. Why? I don't want the plants to become wilted. If them have a bad start, them tend to continue to struggle. I don't want no struggling things in my garden, not this season. So this morning I'm going to be planting out some cowpeas. Um, I have cowpeas, I have some butternut squash that I want to plant. I can plant vining things today. I'm going to transplant out some cucumber later because I got the cucumbers already. Yo, I'm gonna plant some tomato seed. I'm gonna insert a picture of the tomato. I got some tomatoes from a friend of mine that has a farm. Um, I don't know that the seeds can be regrown. Him say him get the seed them from Rada. Okay. Um, anyhow, I extracted a couple of the seeds, so I'm gonna be replanting those to see if I can get that tomato. The tomato don't taste bad. That is the truth of the matter. And it's a slicing tomato. So yeah, gonna try to plant those. I'm telling you them name I want to name something, but I can't remember that. If me not write it down, me not remember it. So so after I've grown it this time, and you're my positive, after I've grown it this time, yeah, then um I will remember the name. Because I'm gonna go back down the road, go ask him the name. You best believe that. Okay. I'm going to plant some sweet corn as well. A friend of mine gave me about 20 grain of sweet corn. I build me not plant the 20 of them one time. I go plant 10 this morning and I go keep the other 10. So if this do good, then because I buy some seed, I do not know where they come from. It's not me alone plant it and it don't do nothing. It's three of us. Because I bought and I shared it for three of us. Nobody don't get nothing out of them. Nuh-uh. When I say when I get nuh-uh, when I get nuh-uh. So that I call waste of money. Mm. What else am I planting today? What else am I planting? I'm not planting any beans today. It's just peas that I'm planting. So I might plant some of that string bean. Nah, me not a string bean for plant. Me not plant a string bean. No. I'm going to call peas me I go plant today. Um, I want to plant some gungo peas, but mama said me if I plant the gungo in a me. Phone number that they tell you know that. Well, me I go plant the gungo them later on in the year. Me not plant them so early. I think I want to sow some sorrel. Me I look for this for the soil, for make the bed, for sow the sorrel seed. Me can't find no soil, so I might have to go a bush today go see if me find no dirt. Mhm. Mix the dirt with some sand and put in some manure in it, chicken manure, and see if I can plant a holiday, you know. I mean, I make very good use of the holiday. Okay. Me catch up with you now. So, you see those tomatoes? I was gifted them by a friend. And I have extracted seed from one and I'm gonna plant them. Okay, so far, what have I planted? I've planted tomatoes, Marglobe, which I don't remember growing. I bought those seeds about 5 years ago, so I gotta see if them have any viability. So there's Marglobe and the seeds from the tea named tomato that I got from my friend named Terence. So in my garden, them named Terence tomato. Okay, so the Terence tomato, I planted out a pack of thyme, and I'm praying that the ant don't find it. I planted out some butternut squash. I planted out some zucchini, some dill, some broccoli, some blue curl kale, some kale. I did some yellow sweet pepper and a sweet pepper that I don't have a clue what it is. I got those sweet pepper seed from my friend. So I planted all of those. It was 9 of them I planted that, and I planted the same amount of yellow sweet pepper. 9. I planted 12 eggplant seed. I planted that many because I have planted from this package already and nothing germinated. So I planted more than I actually need, and I prayed that something will come of it. Yup. I planted. What else did I plant? There's something else that is planted. Oh no, that's all of them. So yeah, that is all of them that was planted. All right. I planted out. I know I forgot something. I planted out some snapdragon. That's flowers. Yes, I can plant some zinnia. Um, I have one name impatience. I can plant that too. So there's zinnia. There's impatience. And what is the name of the other flower? Let me tell you. So there's impatience, there's zinnia, petunia. Yeah, I can plant some petunia as well. I bought these in Stewart's Hardware in Maypen. hmm Yeah, so that's what's going on for. So what do I have left to plant? I have the cowpeas and the okra left to plant and some West Indian red. Yeah, because I'm going to be planting out those as well. Some West Indian red pepper. Not a lot of them. Yep, cowpeas and okra. That's all I have left to plant. And then in the evening now I'll be transplanting out some of the plummy tomato suckers, and I'll be transplanting as well some of the cucumbers that I have in the garden. I've called a couple of persons to come and collect some seedlings from me. So it is on them to show up for them because I ain't gonna make the trek to everybody's home. Not at all. Right. So my corns, the impatiens are planted right there. And the rest of this is corn. So I planted 16 holes of corn in this bed. Um, I lifted up the grass that I use as a mulch, and I'm going to be covering them down later in the evening. This is thoroughly saturated, y'all. Right. So the sun is up and rearing. This is why I have to transplant some of these today. Let me show you what's going on. See that? I'm putting out tendrils. No, the plummies are really bulking up. So I'm going to be picking out and planting out some of these plummy tomato suckers. Yeah, the lone peas. I moved it and thought it would have died. Alas, instead of it dead, it gets stronger. So I realized that there are new cucumber coming up. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. Yeah. So there are still suckers coming up in this bed. Nevertheless, I see a callaloo sucker. And look here, no? See more tomatoes coming out right there. Those are, oops, the sun, hush. These are tomatoes coming up. Brand new tomatoes. Remember this cluster that I showed you a couple of days ago? So these can stay. And I'll give away the bigger ones. Yeah. And see, I have a next set coming up there. I'm telling you. And I have another tomato that I want to put in here. I see more new suckers here. New suckers. Those are new suckers. Yes, ma'am. So I fashioned, as it were, cages for my tomatoes that were sitting over there in front of that bed. So these are grow bins. What I did, I stack 2 grow bins, one on top of the other, and create what I call tomato cage. All right, so I want you to look at the distinctive difference between this tomato and the ones I have down there. These come up because, like I said, I planted them the lean way. These are way more robust than the other tomatoes that I have. Yeah. So I have not made what I call liquid bone meal in a long time are calcium acetate. That is where you use the broken down eggshells, like a spin round. Up here kind of coolish, even though it's still hot. You never hear anything so paradoxical, it's cool but it's hot. All right, so calcium acetate. That is where I store the eggshells that I use, wash, put them in the oven, and that is to just kill off some of the bacteria or all the bacteria. Then I break down the shells and I put, if I put 1 cup of shell into a glass jar, I put 10 cups of vinegar into that jar. And the vinegar extracts the calcium from the eggshell. And that is a anywhere between 3 to 7 day process. Once the bubbling action stops, that solution is ready for usage. I am sure in an earlier video I demonstrated what I had has been finished and I need to remake. Shouldn't wait until it's done. But sometimes the wait is in and the thought is out or vice versa. Yeah. Anyways, I need to make some of that. That is readily available for the plant. Why them call it liquid bone meal? Because the same thing you get when you use the powdered form of the bone meal, which is the calcium, you're getting it from this particular substance. It is way, way, way more concentrated because all I can use is 1 tablespoon to a gallon of water, and it is poured directly at the root of your fruiting plant. It prevents blossom end rot in your tomatoes, your sweet peppers, anything that you have that is a fruiting plant, you use this particular solution on it. So I go make some this evening, y'all. Just might take you along the journey. Boring, cause you see that already. So the pumpkin I pollinated started to look good and then it fell off the vine. But then I saw 2 other pumpkins coming up, and by the time I saw them, it appears that the bee had already pollinated them. So let me show you those. You see if you see the lizard a while ago, just had a jump off of the place and run. All right, so that's one pumpkin. That is how I know something was wrong with the pumpkin that I pollinated. So that is one, and there is another. Yep. So the ones I pollinated is actually pollinated too, and both of them fell off. So I guess I need not to play bees with the pumpkin. All right. Yeah. So I lost 2. Father put back 2. Blessings plus tax. Yeah. Definitely have to abort the planting of the cowpeas, the red West Indian red, as well as the okras. Because I'm telling you, the sun is out in all of our glory. Therefore, what I'm going to be doing is to planting these out. I have tomorrow I can plant them as well. So it's between the 18th and the 19th that we can plant this stuff. So if I don't get to plant, these out today, then I finish them out tomorrow. I'm going down to the front yard, y'all. And I'll show you my seedlings that I will be transplanting out later. Oopsie doopsie doo. If you bend down, I need the mango tree. So here are my babies. You see which I have to hide them? I hide them from the sun. So I have some pak choi, some cabbage, and some lettuce that I'm going to be planting out later. Yes. So until we meet up again right here in the garden, this is Anne saying thank you to all my subscribers, old and new. Thank you for making it yard selling in Jamaica. Can I continue to invite you to share the videos, to like the videos, to leave your comments, and to press the post notification bell so that you can be made aware each time a new video is uploaded. Until we meet up again right here in the garden. Have a blessed day. Jah guide.